I don't do this often, but today I'll be giving you an inside look of my manifestation journal and also a step-by-step guide on how you can create your own. The tricky part about the law of attraction is that you don't manifest what you want. You manifest who you are, your frequency, your emotions, your wounds, your own reflection. This is the foundation of the manifestation journal. It's about working with one's identity so it can match your intentions and visions. So let me show you exactly how I did this. The first step is for you to find a dedicated journal, meaning a brand new journal. And why? Because you want that feeling of a fresh new start. You also don't want to be distracted by your past entries or even defined by it. You also want to be organized, and ultimately you want to have a visual reminder of who you are already but is yet to be expressed. I chose this golden hardcover journal. Inside the pages are a blank, and it's a journal that I got in Bali about 2 years ago, and it was sitting on my closet actually waiting for a special moment to happen. So perhaps you already have that dedicated journal for your manifestation journal. And if you don't, you can find one that reminds you of your future self. For example, for me, this one, the fact that it's gold, reminds me of the theme of abundance. So remember to find an emotional connection to your journal. The only reason why I didn't got a prophecy journal, by the way, I create my own journals. They are handmade in Portugal. And the only reason why I didn't pick up one is because I'm already using for my morning pages. If you don't know what are morning pages or stream of consciousness, you can find my video about that. Now that you have a journal with you, let's start writing in it. The second step is for you to divide your journal into different sections. I divided my journal in 7 sections. The first one is a character sketch. Character sketch is actually a journaling technique that I learned in the book Journal to the Self by Kay Adams, and it is a great technique for you to find the different parts of yourself or even someone else and see it in a more direct and intimate way. So my character sketch is from 2021 to 2023, so I wanted to have a timeline for that to be a little bit more specific. And then I wrote a few things about her. Example, my community is growing, or outdoor workouts and walks. It's a privilege to serve. I attract the right people. I teach about journaling and human transformation. This is the first page, which reminds you of your identity, of who you are in order to sync with those visions and dreams. The second section of my manifestation journal is Life is Beautiful, that's how I call it. And it is a section all about expressing my gratitude for the wonderful things that I already have in life. Because if you are not appreciating what you already have, why will you then appreciate what are the things that you will attract? So you will see that on the left page is all about writing in the present moment, and on the right page is some photos that I took from my Instagram that speak to me and remind me of how my life is already great as it is today. Then the third section of the journal is about scripting. And I have to tell you something. I see a lot of videos saying this is the way that you should script, this is what you have to say. Honestly, screw that. It's all about emotions. It doesn't really matter if you say, I am grateful for this, or you say, I love that thing about blah, 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 blah. Okay? It is really about you tapping into that emotion as you write. And when you read even your vision, it is important that you feel your heart beating. You know that is true. So I divided this into areas of life. I have here community, I have team and office life, I have my creative life, my love life, my I call it the ladies gang, and also health and fitness. So these are the areas, they're already a couple, that I'll be focusing on the next couple of months. So what I did is to choose 2 photos that made me feel that I'm already living that vision, and then I wrote a description of how it feels to be living that version of myself. I can give you an example to be a little bit more specific. My ladies gang, I have a woman. A smile comes to my face every time I think about my ladies. They are like family to me. We stand together in all times, moments of laughter, drinking, dancing, crying, then laughter again. It feels light, just like all of my close relationships. We grow together, we have each other's back. The 4th section is about letting it go. I believe that so much of our personal growth is not so much about working on new parts of us or discovering, but also about undoing what we are not. It reminds me of the work of Dr. Joe Dispenza, in which is about releasing your old self. So in this 4th section, you're going to write the things that you want to let go of. Things meaning hats and roles, or somehow some emotions or ways of perceiving emotions that no longer serve you. Then the 6th section is identity vision board. I'm a very visual person, so I decided to pick how many? 16? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12. 12 women that I admire. And some of them are actually characters of movies or TV series, and it's important that you understand what you admire about them. For example, for me, Sarah Blakely is all about her humor and also her entrepreneurial journey. And when you see them in a big picture, you will probably see some patterns. For me, it was about realizing that actually they have one thing in common. They all stand up for a mission that is larger than themselves. The 6th section of the manifestation journal, it is about reinforcing your identity. It's about you becoming confident that you are already that. For example, I have a page with signs of the universe that I believe that they're telling me that I am on my right path, and also some coincidences that happen. I'll give you an example. I remember once I started writing the journal, I also created a folder on my Instagram with some people that women that I would like them to be part of my ladies gang, just to tap more into that identity part. And kid you not, the next day I went to the hairdresser, and one of those ladies that I picked up, she was there. And today, which is like a month and a half later, we are actually quite good friends, and we are developing this beautiful friendship. And now the last section is about bridging vision with action. So now that I have my intentions and visions written down, it is time to break them down into smaller visions and goals and steps. So what I did is to write my intentions for the current year 2021, and then breaking that down into my own quarter and monthly and weekly goals. Actually, I don't have the weekly, I only have yearly, quarterly, and monthly. And then on my life journal, on my guided journal that I write every day, that's when I have my weekly and daily. So you can see how the different tools actually come together. I have a life book by Mind Valley. You can check lifebookmindvalley.com, something of a sort. It is where I have my big vision from 3 to 5 years. My manifestation journal is where I have my vision of a year. And then I break that down into smaller steps. And then I have the third journaling tool, which is my life journal, where I have my daily and weekly goals. Concluding manifestation, yes, there is something quite magical about it, but there is also it's very grounding. There's a lot of science, and it is so much as well about action. So I hope that you are able to create your own manifestation journal, that it works the best for you, but also remember that this is only your intention. Remember to be open to whatever life brings to you, because perhaps those are not what you wanted, but maybe what you needed. If you like this video, please like it. Also can comment below so you give an extra boost for this video to be watched by more people, and I'll see you next week.